Good morning, sir. We are Group 4 and today we will be tackle about the objectives of IT auditing. IT auditing function is basically a support function for the attainment of conventional audit objectives. As has been described earlier, that IT auditing is the process of collecting and evaluating evidence to determine if an information system safeguards assets, maintains data integrity, achieves organizational goals effectively, and consumes resources efficiently. The main objectives of IT auditing are as follows. My groupmates will be report the main objectives of IT auditing.
Good day, everyone. I am Debbie, and today we will be talking about the objectives of IT auditing. As what the previous reporter said, that information technology or IT auditing includes determining if an information system safeguards assets and makes sure that the organizational objectives are met efficiently. The first objective of IT auditing is first, the review of soundness and adequacy of various operational controls and promotion of these controls at a reasonable cost. Second is the ascertaining the extent of compliance with the policies, plans, and procedures of the organization. The first objective is the review of soundness and adequacy of various operational controls and promotion of these controls at a reasonable cost. It is where the operational controls are reviewed if it is in line with the organizational objectives and if it is effective in the entity's day-to-day operations. It is the time where the controls need to be performed in the long term or to be eliminated because of ineffectivity. Second objective is ascertaining the extent of compliance with the policies, plans, and procedures of the organization. This is to assess if the policies given by the management is not mere misunderstood and make sense to the employees. This is also to determine if the best format of policies is given to the employees and shareholders. Assessing if the policies and procedures easily accessible to the employees and if the employees within the organizations is practicing the policies. An example of this is the compliance with data protection, security, and tax policy.
Good morning, everyone, and now let's continue our discussion about objectives of IT auditing. I am Seth Harvey Mhindevi from Group 4. The main objectives of IT auditing, one of it is recommending various internal controls for maintaining data integrity in the information systems. This is one of the main objectives of IT auditing for the fact that IT auditing mainly involves handling the company's information system. IT serves as the treasure vault of the information of the company and maintaining its protection, setting its regular standards, and making sure that information gathering and selecting the proper programs are done and working efficiently and properly. The next one is ascertaining the effectiveness and the efficiency of various information and communication technology, hardware, and software in the organization. It means that ID auditing helps evaluate and check the company's information systems effectivity and efficiency in data gathering, storing data, and protecting its data. It evaluates the different hardware and software that are involved in the company's information system. So that's all for my report. Thank you.
Hello and good day. I am Prospero Jerome Intano, and for the third objectives of IT auditing, ascertaining the extent to which the corporate information systems resources are accounted and safeguarded for various loss exposures. Consequently, in this objective, it does imply that one of the aim of IT auditing is to determine the capacity of the information systems utilized by a certain organization. in terms of accounting and safeguarding resources to avoid any unfortunate occurrence, such like various loss exposures. For the fourth objectives of IT auditing, ascertaining the correctness and the completeness of the information processed through the information systems in the organization. In this objective, it does regard to the aim of IT auditing upon determining how effective was the performance of the corporate information systems used by the organization, especially in terms of correctness and completeness of the information being processed. For the fifth and sixth objective of IT auditing, my co-member will be discussing them all. Thank you and God bless.
Good day. This will be the last part, which is the summary of IT auditing. An IT audit encompasses review and evaluation of automated information processing systems, related non-automated processes, and the interfaces among them. Planning the IT audit involves two major steps. The first step is to gather information and do some planning. The second step is to gain an understanding of the existing internal control structure. More and more organizations are moving to a risk-based audit approach, which is used to assess risk and helps an IT auditor make the decision as to whether to perform compliance testing or substantive testing. It is a must to always remember that most often IT audit objectives concentrate substantiating that the internal controls exist are functioning as expected to minimize business risk. And as a to sum up everything, final parting comment: if during the course of an IT audit you come across a materially significant finding, it should be communicated to management immediately, not at the end of the audit. So always remember that it should be communicated to the management, not at the end of the audit. So that is all for our report. Thank you for listening. God bless.